Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. If you're new here, I like to talk about luxury handbags, shoes, accessories, all sorts of things like that. If you're into that kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and come join our little luxury family that we have here. We would love to have you. I decided to film this as like a get ready with me video because I didn't want to wait to get ready and then go film the video for some reason today. It's Saturday morning and I just woke up. I just took a shower. So yeah, I just want to do my makeup while I talk and let's see how this goes because I haven't done one of these in years. So today I want to talk about luxury minimalism, and I know that this is a topic that has been around for a while now, especially because Colorful Noir talks about this topic a lot, and I love her channel. I've actually learned a ton of stuff from her channel, and I've implemented a lot of things into my life over the last year or so. And I just want to talk about how it's changed my life and also share some tips with you. My mirror is over here, and so I'm going to be turning and looking to the side. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal that I've been using like for years. I have bought other concealers and I feel like every time I buy a different concealer and try it, it's just not as good. And this is the cheapest one, but also like it's the best one. So there's no reason to spend extra money if you don't have to. And like some makeup products are just overrated and we just see them constantly on TikTok. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. Like I said, I want to talk about luxury minimalism. So I have been collecting or buying handbags for almost 10 years now. I started when I was close to graduating from college. I graduated from college in 2015. I'm 28 now. So I've been buying handbags since probably like 2014-ish. I think that's probably when I bought my first Louis Vuitton bag. Actually, maybe it was 2015. I don't remember. It was like 2014 or 2015. I think it was 2014. And that's when I bought my first brand new Louis Vuitton bag. I had a Speedy before that, but I bought a Neverfull, brand new from the boutique. But the Speedy that I had was like super used that I got from eBay. It was really old and like the handle was just destroyed and I would just wear like a little scarf over it. It was not cute. It was not a look. Like it was not like a cute vintage look. It was like a, oh, this bag has been completely destroyed type of thing. But anyway, I've been like in this handbag thing for a long time and I've learned a lot along the years. And I think the most important part is that I've learned myself and my own habits and what's best for me and what I don't like and what I do like. And I've just learned myself a lot better. And I feel like that's also part of being, I think it's also part of getting to your later 20s and you feel like you know yourself a lot better. Like I just am feeling like I understand my habits a lot more and I'm able to handle myself better, if that makes sense, because I can put rules in place for myself that I know that I'm actually going to follow and that are actually going to be beneficial to me. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I've done a lot to get to a peaceful place with buying things and with my collection and just with having things in general. The thing that really works for me is that I don't keep anything that I don't use. This is the Laura Mercier powder. I don't keep anything that I don't use. I don't like to keep anything that I don't use. And yes, there are some exceptions to that. I feel like everybody has exceptions to their little rules that keep them sane, but I do have exceptions to that. But like for the most part, I don't like to keep anything that I don't use. And to be honest, I've received some negative comments about the fact that I buy and sell bags a lot. My thing is like I like to experiment with different things. I like to try different things. And I'm not about to keep a ton of bags in my collection if I have stuff that I don't use. This is the Bobbi Brown bronzer. I don't really know where my foundation powder is. It's fine. So I'm not about to keep things in my collection or keep things in my house, my apartment, and if I don't use them. Like there's no point to me. And especially if they are worth money. It'd be different if I was buying a bunch of stuff that didn't have resale value. I want to keep my collection as small as possible with me still being happy. That's my thing. I like to do that because it decreases my anxiety. I don't have to worry about as many bags and I will buy and sell as many bags as I please. Like I said, I've gotten negative feedback about that before, actually multiple times in my comments, or like if I'm out shopping or something like that and I post an Instagram story or I post a picture or something like that, it's like, oh, like, why are you looking at more bags? Like, you're just gonna sell the ones that you have. Like, yes, I am. Like, thank you. Like, you know me, you get me. Things are a little bit different this year because I have a goal not to sell any bags this year just because I want to start moving more slowly with my collection. I think that I need more time to enjoy things in between buying and selling them so that I can totally get, like, that is something that I want to do and experiment with. If that doesn't work out for me, then next year I might be selling a ton of bags. I don't know. I think sometimes you just gotta realize that it's just handbags. They're for fun, and if you're not having fun with them, that's a problem. Like, then you don't need to be spending money on them. But for me, it's a hobby. It's fun to experiment with different bags. I love that. And I found that that is what works for me. No, I would say like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I was just like buying and collecting, like really collecting handbags and just like hoarding things. And that is just not good for me because I just start stressing out about them I feel guilty when I buy another bag and add it to my collection if I already have a big collection. And that just really stressed me out having a lot of things. So I found that being able to have only a few things, only a few options, only a few selections at a time really helped me. And I know that some people are going to consider that not necessarily minimalism, but that's really what works for me. I like to have a few things at a time. I think I have like 5 or 6 bags right now that are designer bags that I choose from, and that works for me. I don't feel like I need any more right now, and if I do get something else, I probably will sell something. Like I said, I'm not selling any bags this year, so maybe if I do add to my collection, it'll just be an addition to my collection. But I think that the whole one in, one out thing does wonders for people. I think that keeping your collection small, make sure that you rotate your bags, you really appreciate them more, and I love that. The other thing is that your collection will probably never feel complete. Like if you're really into handbags, you're really into cars, I don't know, whatever you're into, whatever your hobby is, your collection is probably never going to feel complete. You're always going to be like, okay, if I have this one more thing, then that is going to make this better. If I have this one more thing, that is going to be it, and then I'm done, and then I'll feel like my collection is complete. Once you get that thing, you're going to feel like you want something else too. And it's hard to always feel like you're missing something. I have to curl my lashes, but I have to do it in the mirror. I really try to keep that in mind when I feel like, oh, I just need this one more bag, and then I won't need to buy bags for years anymore. I'm not going to feel that way. Like once I get that one bag, I'm still not going to feel that way. I'm going to get a jacket. I'm cold. And the tipping point for me, knowing when I have too much stuff, is when it starts to stress me out instead of make me happy. Like that's an issue. And that's how I know that I need to start downsizing. That's how I know that I need to get rid of stuff. And I am pretty good with that, especially like with clothes. So my closet is right here. I turned my closet into my office because I work from home. My closet was relatively large. I could fit a good amount of stuff in there, my desk, my chair. I have like a little spot where my dog lays in there, and that's where I film a lot of times. And so that means that I also don't have a closet. So I have everything that I have in a dresser, and then my boyfriend's closet, we have separate rooms, and so his closet, I keep some stuff in there, and then I keep some stuff in the coat closet in the front, but that is it. And I don't have a lot of clothes because I tend to wear the same color every day. I generally wear the same type of thing like every day. I either wear like jean shorts and a crop top, or I'm wearing athleisure. So that's pretty much it. Like that is my main wardrobe. Of course, I have dresses and stuff for going out, different things that I've added to my wardrobe over the years, but it's pretty basic. It's pretty simple, and I don't have a ton when it comes to that. But an area that I've had issues with before, and still have issues with, and I'm still working through, is shoes. I absolutely love designer shoes, and I absolutely do not like selling my designer shoes, even if I don't wear them. To me, it's like having art. And I know that some people feel that way about handbags, but that's how I feel about shoes, especially because the resale value on shoes is just not nearly as high as with bags. So I don't feel guilty about keeping them. But I really do need to do something about it because, like I said, I don't have closet space. And also every time I move, like it's a really big part of my move to collect all of my shoes, put them together, have the boxes, everything. And like I needed to downsize. So one of my New Year's resolutions was that I was going to downsize my shoe collection and not buy any shoes in 2023. And it is May, and I have not bought any shoes in 2023. Now that I'm out of the habit of looking for shoes, I don't even think about it anymore. So that's pretty cool. I think that that's the first thing that I've like really done this has been 5 months that I've paid attention to and just like stuck to it. I actually sold 5 pairs of shoes last week. We are downsizing, and I'm so happy because it makes me feel like there's just like this relief. I have like a whole pile of shoes over there next to my bed that I am going to either put into the sell pile or put into the keep pile and get rid of some more. So that's actually pretty exciting for me because a lot of these, like I have a ton of designer heels and I don't wear them a lot. I wear like 3 pairs of heels consistently because they're comfortable and because I love them. And so I just grab them when I'm leaving and I just abandon the other ones. And I have shoes that are too big that I keep. And getting rid of that stuff is so like therapeutic. Like it feels so good to get rid of things that you don't use. At least for me, it feels really good. Something that I had to learn is understanding emotions versus wants. So I'll use an example. The last couple weeks have been really, really busy for me. I'd say like the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I went to Hawaii, and then I came directly back and flew to New York for work. And then I had a really busy week at work this week, right after I came back. And it's just been a lot going on. Early this week, I was feeling just like really stressed. And that stress turned itself into like wanting to buy something, wanting to buy like a bag, wanting to buy something. And I know myself well enough now that I don't just let myself do that when I feel upset, because I know that I'm not buying what I genuinely want. I might want to buy something at some point. It doesn't mean that like buying nothing is the only solution, but I know that I was going to make a choice that I wasn't really going to be happy with if I did it while I was like full of emotion like that, while I was feeling stressed and overwhelmed. And you know how like when you just get too busy and you're trying to keep up with everything and things are just crazy. I think that once that like eases up a little bit, I just like have this like down feeling, I guess, right after. I don't want to buy stuff while I'm feeling that way. I need to trim my ends, okay? I don't know what I'm about to do with my hair. I took it down. I don't know what I'm about to do. Honestly, that's one of the things that I was like dealing with too. I blow dried my hair because I, over the last like 2 months, have been just abandoning my hair, just neglecting it, just not. And it was so hard to detangle when I washed it like 2 days ago, that I was like, I'd have to blow dry it and put it in like a ponytail or something because I need to not have to deal with the detangling and the matting if I don't wash my hair every week, because I've just not had time and I just haven't done it. So I was like really just going through like a little, like nothing too serious, but like I was just a little bit down and I wanted to buy stuff, and I know myself well enough that I just don't let myself do that. But I let myself look and like, okay, that makes me happy. I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I was going to buy something, I would buy this. And so thinking about it, I'm still okay with. I have like enough impulse control at this point. I didn't used to, but I have enough impulse control at this point that like I can do that now. I'm going to put my hair in a bun and then take my like little 2 front strands out. It's funny because like I care about not heat damaging my hair for the most part. I don't really care like a ton, but I do care. And so I like don't really flat iron the rest. Like I flat iron the rest of my hair, but only like on a really low setting, just so that it won't be crazy if I try to put it in a bun. But these little 2 front pieces that I leave out, if they get fried, they get fried, like that's how I feel about them. The other thing that I know that I like to do is what they call like buying for your fantasy self. And mine's not necessarily my fantasy self, but mine is like myself, what I think I'll be 6 months from now. And for example, I'm going to be moving again. I'll make a different video about that. I'll just tell you guys, I'll be back in LA again, which is amazing. I'm super excited for it. I live in Orange County right now. There's just not as much to do here, to be honest. But it's very, very nice. Like, it's so nice. I get to see so many beautiful bags out here, which is the other great thing. But the population is older and there's just not like as much to do here. So it'll be nice to be back in like a city again. Is it too much to leave out? I think so. But I'll talk about that more too, like as it gets closer. But I'm really excited for that. But the thing is that I have been super tempted to buy a going out bag, and I'm like, oh, like I want like a Chanel like medium flap or small again. After I just sold one last year, I'm like, I want something like that. And then I'm like, do I really need that now, or should I wait until I get there and then I can pick out something that I'm like excited about, that I feel fits my lifestyle because I've already started living that lifestyle? Like, what if I move there and I don't really go out that often, which is very possible. So I think just things like that, like I know that I have to be careful of. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop myself from buying stuff like that. It just means that I'm going to think extra hard about it, because like I don't know exactly what bag I'm going to be using 6 months from now, and I don't want to lose money. The resale market's on like a bit of a downturn. But yeah, I don't want to buy something that I'm going to end up, first of all, not using for the next like 5-6 months before we move, and then also maybe not using once I get there, because I didn't understand what my life was going to be like yet. I think that you really just have to know yourself, because I know that me personally, I need delayed gratification. So even if I do end up buying a bag before I move, which is possible, even if I do end up buying one, like that means that I really have to think about it. I really have to put money aside for it so that I can like build up to something and not just be like, I just made an irresponsible choice, but it was fun, so it's worth it, which is exactly how I used to be. But now I'm a lot better with that kind of stuff, and I need to continue to be better with it. Liking my little collection helps me a lot too, because I know that I already have bags that I love that really fit my lifestyle well. So yeah, I think that that's a big part of making responsible choices, is just like really having that delayed gratification, thinking on it, taking a lot of time, especially with items that are this expensive. I think that part of luxury before was that it was slower, and now it is becoming like fast fashion. I've seen a lot of people say that it's becoming just like fast fashion. You just see people go through these bags and unbox bags like every week, every couple weeks or so. And it's not slow like it used to be, where you would get like one bag in a year, one bag every couple years. It's just not like that anymore. Part of the reason that that was a good thing that it was like that is, first of all, because you didn't spend as much money. And second, because you had something to build to and something to be excited about. So you had something to build up to. It was super exciting when you got that new bag. And now I feel like people just become desensitized to things because you see it so often and because you're doing it so often. I feel like that just leads to accumulating so much stuff. I also feel like this topic is especially relevant right now when people are trying to make sure that they're watching their finances, make sure that they are not overspending right now because of the fear of a recession. And so I think it's a really good thing to talk about right now. I think it's fine to like rebrand fear of a recession as luxury minimalism, just because if it helps you like be obsessed with doing something, then great. I know that I like to be obsessed with things. I need to be obsessed with things for them too, like for me to like really stick to them. Make myself like obsessed with saving money and getting like in a good financial spot, then I'll do it. But like if I don't, then I'm like, ah, that's boring. I don't want to do that. So I think obsessing over something like that is fine because it's actually beneficial and it ends up helping you. It's a good obsession. And like plus luxury minimalism sounds better than calling it like fear of the downturning economy. I personally love to rebrand things if you need to. It all comes down to what makes you feel better because at the end of the day, this is just life and you got to deal with the good parts and the bad parts however you find a way to deal with that. I also want to do a separate video on the fact that YouTube is changing due to the fact that the economy is changing. My bun looks so crooked. It's not a surprise that this is happening. I feel like people don't really want to see unboxing videos right now. Like some people do, but I feel like the unboxing video after unboxing video after unboxing video thing is just, it's not the best way to get views anymore. And of course, like what are YouTubers trying to do? Get views, right? So if you're not pivoting and you're not changing to some other type of content and you're not trying to like adapt to the current situation, then it's going to be tough. As you may know, if you watch luxury YouTube a lot of luxury YouTubers have been saying that they're leaving the platform. They're no longer going to be posting videos or that their channel is losing views and they just don't really see the point in it anymore. Not all of them are about the money, but like if you're not making money on a channel that you used to be making money on, like that's highly discouraging and it's got to be really hard. So I can understand them leaving, but I think the other way to also look at it is that things are just changing and that's okay. Like things go in cycles. Things are always going to come back around. These are longer than they used to be. I don't know if I like that. They're not even the same length. I need to trim the ends. All right, these are eyebrow scissors, but they're super sharp, so they'll work. They're for hair either way. You know, I cut my hair when it was curly last time, and so I feel like some adjustments need to be made. Does anybody hear when I shaved my head on my channel back in the day? It was like 4 years ago, I think. Those were good times. Those were really good times. So the main tip that I have when it comes to luxury minimalism is try to become obsessed with the items that you already have. And I guess that works for like regular minimalism as well, because it helps you not buy things. And the whole goal is not just to not buy things, but it's to really fall in love with the things that you have already. You bought these items at a certain point, especially luxury items. You bought them because that's what you really, really wanted. Maybe that was your holy grail item and now it just sits in the closet and you want something new. So it's really, really good to go back and focus on the reasons why you purchased things in the first place. Focus on whether you should keep something or you should sell it. I would love to hear your thoughts on luxury minimalism if you want to leave them in the comments. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bonus video this week. Just do some chit-chatting. I'm still going to upload on Thursday too, with a different video, which I think is gonna be like a bit of drama. So yeah, that is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!